Hello, this is Paul Erdahl. Today we're going to go over a quick demo of the Service Hub platform. The Service Hub platform was built or designed for the skilled trade companies, whether it's plumbers, electricians, locksmiths, etc. The whole premise behind the Service Hub portal and application is to streamline the operations for the skilled trade companies, from creating the work orders, scheduling the work orders, assigning the work orders to the technician, and once the technician goes out and completes the job, be able to complete the job and take payment at time of completion. So to start, you log in. We are first going to be talking about the office persona or the admin persona, someone in the office taking orders or creating the work orders. So what happens is you log into the portal using your email address. An OTP code is emailed out for you to gain access. So as you can see here, I made a demo account called North Star Mechanical Services. And again, this is for the Office Admin Portal. You'll see here that on the left-hand side are the various features and functions that you can use, and here is the dashboard. Let's just do a quick overview of the dashboard. On the calendar here, you'll see these blue dots. So let's look back to this date here. This will be a recap of the work orders that were completed on that day. If you want to be able to see any of the details on it for that work order, you just click here, details. This will give you all the details of the job, who it was for, the invoice information, and the items and services used. If you wanted to see the invoice for that job, you just click on invoice, and what it does is it brings up the invoice, and here are the details for that invoice. But let's go back here now and go back to the dashboard. Let's go over to the left-hand column on all the various features. First one up is the work orders. This is a list of all the work orders that are in the system, whether in this case, all the statuses are completed. Here's the customer name. Here's who it was assigned to, whatever technician. In this case, I only have one, but if you have multiple technicians out in the field, it would list them there. It was scheduled for the 7th. And here again, if you want to view the work order, you come over here and click view, and this will give you a recap of the work order. One thing I should note here is up here on the work photos, the technician, when they're out on site, they can take before and after pictures if they so choose. And once they take the pictures, they are uploaded and they are visible here. So that's the work orders. There's different statuses. Currently, I don't have any that are assigned, but if you wanted work orders that are assigned but haven't been completed, they'd be listed here. If you had some in progress, so a tech is out in the field, they started the work order, they would show up here. And obviously the completed work orders, that shows all the completed work orders. But for now, we'll just leave it at all statuses. Down here, these are all the invoices that have been created through the system. Here again, if you look here, if you were looking for a certain customer, you could type in, Katie. It's wrong name. But anyway, here's all the invoices, and you can do pending, paid, failed, if you need to refund them for whatever reason. Same thing goes here as for this invoice. If you want to see what it's all about, you can bring it up here. This will give you the details of it, the customer information. And if you wanted to process a refund, you could do it here. But down here, again, bring up the details of the invoice. All the details are there, etc. Cash or check payments. This is a feature I added in. So when a customer pays a technician via cash or check, the work order will stay open until the cash or check is brought back to the office. And once it's brought back to the office, you can mark it as paid. It's just safety net to be able to follow up to make sure the technician brings back either the check or the cash and make sure it gets applied to the correct invoice. Down here, we have the inventory. This lists all the inventory, and you'll see the status here. You can set this up for low on stock. So let's look at this wax ring. You'll see here that there's a total of quantity. There's none available, and the sale price and reorder level is 1. If you have locations for your inventory, you can enter that here, and it'll display where the inventory item is stored at. Up here, you'll see that there's low stock alert. So if you click on that, that'll bring up all the items that are low in stock that someone in the office needs to order them, what have you. It'll give the total quantity and what's available. Here again, if you want to see it, you can go view it here, name, and I'll go over the categories in a minute. If you have the SKU numbers, you can have it in there, descriptions. And when you do receive it, total quantity and available quantity, you update. Let's just say we got 5 in, and we update the item, and it's going to now come off the list. So let's go back to inventory. So you'll notice here that I have categories. You can customize this any way you want. For this demo account, I have various categories for electrical, HVAC, plumbing, safety, and tools. Let's say this is a plumbing company and we have the categories plumbing. So every category, all the inventory for the plumbing is right here. It'll show it right there. And to manage categories, you can set up categories any way you want. You just add whatever you want to name the category, create it. And then when you come down here, if you want to add an item, you come up here, you add an item, and then you select the category from the drop down here. So that way all your inventory items are categorized the way you fit. Services is similar to how the structure of the inventory. You have categories here. And you have the way I have this set up is you have maintenance contracts, technician, hourly rates. So maintenance contracts, in this example, it's an annual furnace checkup. It's a contract, and the price is $99. If you want to edit it, you come down here. Here's the service name, the description. It's a contract service. And like I said, you can customize this any way you want. It's a flat rate, and it's done annually. Now let's look at the technician hourly rates. In this case, I have tech level 1 hourly rates, tech level 2 hourly rates, and tech level 3 hourly rates. Obviously, if you have technicians and you have assigned their hourly rate, what you bill out at is, you could have the technicians' names here and they would be listed. Same thing here. It's service name, technician hourly rate 1. It's the category, description, it's an hourly service, and the rate is $60 an hour. Reports, I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, but the reports will continue to be updated and added. But for now, total products by cost categories, etc. Customers. So this will list all your customers with their email address. What's important here is when you add your customers, anytime a work order is created, started, or paid or billed, your customers will receive an email with that information. If you want to see the details of that customer, there's the name, and that is the email address that is assigned. If you want to be able to text your customers, so once the job is completed, a text is sent out, and there will be a link to make the payment. We can activate that as well. We obviously need a mobile phone number here for that. And down here is the users. With the Service Hub platform, the way it's designed is there's 2 types of users: the technicians or the field service professionals that go out and do the job, and I will show you what that looks like. And then there's the office or admin. each have different user interfaces. And what for your company, you can have as many technicians as you want or as many admin as you want, but it's all to log into the portfolio. You have to add them here, and it's all based on their email address. So let's create a work order. There's two ways you can do it. If you come down here to a customer and you want to view their details, you can create a work order from here, or you can come up here to work orders, create a work order, and you give it a title, replace kitchen sink. We select the customer. We'll just take the first one, give it a description. Sink is leaking in kitchen. Down here, you select your technician. We only have one, but you could have as many technicians here as you want. And we're going to schedule this for the 17th at 10 a.m. Now, we just created the work order. What I normally recommend is you add in the hourly rate to start with, at least. Then we're going to select tech level hourly rate. You'll see it populates there. Now we know we want to replace the faucet. So if you search your inventory, we'll add faucet, what's that, 75, add item. So now you can see that the work order is created. And we want to add a note. So a lot of times, like garage code is 123. Any notes you add here, the technician will be visible to the technician, and I'll show you that in a minute. Right here, the work photos, you can't add them from here, but when the technician is out in the field, they can take before and after photos or when the job's completed, etc. So if we come back here, and now you want to do the status of assigned. So these are open work orders. You'll see it here. You'll see the customer who it's assigned to, scheduled for, in this case, August 17th. If you want to see it and you want to add something to it, say, I'll just select the first thing that shows up. Then it's added to it. So if you come back here again, you'll see that if you go to the 17th, the work order shows up here, and again, you can view the details. So that's pretty much it. When a customer calls in for service, you create the work order, you schedule the work order for what day you want the work order to be completed, and then you assign it to a technician. So we're going to log out of here, and now we're going to log in as the technician and to show you the difference. And again, they would have to enter in their email address, and an EP code will be emailed out to them. And the OTP code, it's a security feature to make people just can't access it and mess around with it. And again, this is a demo site, so they usually happen within a few seconds, but I will copy and paste that. So the OTP code was sent to the technician. We're verifying the code. So as you'll see, this is the technician. They're out in the field. They view this on their mobile phone or on their cell phone or their iPad. Same look and feel, but with less features over here. So easy way for the technician is if they wanted to view a previous job they were on, they could click this day, and this would be the jobs that were completed. The one we just scheduled shows up here. It's replacing the kitchen sink. You'll see it's assigned. You can view details. If you needed to look to what he needs to pick up the faucet and other things. Couple of things to note. Here's where the note is. Once the work order is created, you can add notes and pictures. So let's go back here. So they want to see what their upcoming jobs, what's assigned for them. They go here, it's replacing the kitchen sink, the one we just did. We're going to view the details, update the status. They are on site. They're going to start the work order. They confirm they did the work order. And over here to the right, this is where from their iPad or tablet or cell phone, they can upload pictures, and this is where they will be displayed. Here are the notes, and they can, whatever notes that the technician puts in here, the office admin can see it. I'll just put in job completed, add the note. Another feature of this is if they are trying to find out where to go, it's Google Maps. That'll give them directions. They can open this up and it'll give them directions on how to get to the place. Now they're on the job, they're doing the job, they needs another part. They can type it in here. I'm just going to put in screws, and they needed 5 of them. Add item. So the items are added. Now let's say the technician is done. So when he started the work order, there's an email sequence that goes out. The customer receives an email saying the work order is started. On that email, there's an OTP code that the customer can give the technician, complete the work order, or he can come here and complete the work order. Down here, he puts in the amount of time that it took him to do the job. We'll say 2 hours and 10 minutes. And he clicks complete work order. And you'll notice up here, time is rounded into 15-minute increments. Work order is completed. You hit continue. And right here is you can collect payment. And again, once the work order is completed, the customer will receive an email that the work order is completed with a copy of the invoice with a link to pay. But we're going to do it here. They have an options of cash and check. And remember, if they select one of these on the admin portal, the payment will stay, or the work order will stay open until the cash or check is received, but to the office. In this case, we're going to do ACH or credit card. Continue. And you'll see here the way this account is set up, there's a card price, an ACH price, and a cash price. What happens is for processing a credit card or ACH costs the company nothing, and the check doesn't cost anything either. In this case, we have a card on file. If you wanted to use a different card, you would put the cardholder name, or card number, expiration date, CVV code, and billing code. But in this case, we're going to use pay with the card that's on file, processing the payment. Payment successful. So now let's go back to the portal here and we'll refresh it. It's going to, as it refreshes, let's go back here. You'll see that the job is completed. And now if you want to see the invoice for the job that you just did, bring it up here and you will see that this is the job that was completed. If you want to see the details, here are the details for it. So that's pretty much it from the technician. It's a way for them to view the jobs that are assigned to them, go to the job, start the job, and complete the job. But the key is they accept payment at time job is completed. They can either take a credit card, ACH, or a check, or cash for that matter. The advantage is if they do credit card or ACH, the invoice is paid and it syncs back all the way through to QuickBooks. And the job is completed, and the office admin or the bookkeeper, what have you, has full visibility of the paid invoice. So if you have any questions, reach out to me. Best email is paul@paylink.cc, or if you like, you can always call our office, and the phone number for that is 952-222-7587. Thank you much.